I gotta be honest, I am super excited. Today's topic is like peanut butter and jelly, or peanut butter and chocolate, or maybe even like peanut butter and pickles. Whoa, hold the brakes. Peanut butter and pickles, have you ever tried it? Don't judge. For most of you, it's probably like peanut butter and chocolate, because like those are two of the world's greatest things when put together. Hey, you know what time it is. That's right, it's your boy George B. Thomas from Impulse Creative, aka Sprocket Talk, back with another HubSpot educational video. Hey, if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe, hit the bell for all those instant notifications. Listen, you know what to do. I'm so excited. I just want to get into the good stuff. Let's dive into the tutorial. Today, we're going to talk about HubSpot meetings. We're going to talk about HubSpot forms, and we're going to talk about how you can do some magic with forms and meetings together to streamline your process. Now, to be honest with you, this is probably less of a top of the funnel, more of a middle and bottom of the funnel process. But if you're trying to streamline, if you're trying to convert, if you're trying to schedule, this might be something you haven't thought of before. So let's go ahead and get into the good stuff. So one of the things that I love about HubSpot is you can think out of the box. You can try things that maybe you haven't tried before. And more importantly, you can streamline your process. So in today's tutorial, we're going to actually talk about a way that it usually is and a way that it might actually be. So for instance, we're here on a fictitious sprockettalk.com page where we're going to talk about getting the expert help and strategy that you need with your HubSpot hub, and, you know, maybe some consulting, HubSpot consulting. Now, here's the thing. While the page is fictitious, we actually do at Impulse Creative do HubSpot training / HubSpot consulting / HubSpot onboarding. So if you are interested, well, let us know in the comments below or head over to impulsecreative.com. But for your business, what can you do to streamline the process? What can you do differently that you may have not thought of before? And in this case, we're going to talk about conversion opportunities, or using a form and your meetings link hand in hand. So first, note that we have a page here, and what we'll do is we'll go into the form. And historically, when we talk about lead conversion, there's really two things that we talk about. We talk about redirecting them to another page, of course, which would be a thank you page. And why do inbound marketers, digital marketers talk about this? Because redirecting to a thank you page or another page helps your user, your reader, your contact, your potential customer actually carry on their educational journey, or the journey of understanding your business. So does it reroute to an About Us page or a process page, or in most cases to a thank you page where they actually get the ebook, the guide, the checklist? And you can say things like, people who converted on this page also liked these blog articles, liked these offers, watched these videos, listened to these podcast episodes, so that you can get them to spend more time with your brand, therefore giving you the opportunity to build more trust and reciprocity. The other way that you have here is display an inline thank you message. And most times, inbound marketers, digital marketers will say, oh my gosh, don't use that inline thank you message, because they don't know that the page changed and you really can't carry on their journey, and there's just really no good use for this. And listen, even though we say that, we know a lot of businesses still use this. And if you do an inline message, just make sure you use links and take them to other places and communicate like a human. But today, I want to show you another reason why, instead of redirecting to another page, you actually might want to display an inline thank you message, but it's not really a message at all. So with that, let's head over to another spot in HubSpot, which will go sales and will go meetings. And what you'll see is I have a lot of meetings, but I have a HubSpot training meeting link here. And what I can do is I can go to actions and I can go to embed. Now, if you want to watch a video on how to create your meetings link, well, check the description below, because we have a how-to video on how to actually create this link. But in this case, I want to grab this embed code, and that's it. I'm just going to grab that embed code, and I'm going to head back over to my landing page, and I'm actually going to come in here to advanced and source code, and I'm just going to go ahead and save these changes. So now I literally have that code in this page. So what does that do? Well, if I hit save and I actually click on preview and I open this in a new window, what it's going to do is it's going to allow me to fill out this form and then give the next action. Now, a couple things back to this meetings link.
So if I go ahead and edit this, what I want you to realize is in scheduling and form, you're going to see that there are some additional settings here, and additional settings. You can pre-populate fields with known values, and you can auto submit form when all fields are populated. Now this is a key portion here, because what I can do is I'm just going to turn that on for a second and hit save. And if I come back to my landing page here, what I can do is I can actually submit this form. Again, usually when I submit this form, it's going to take me to another landing page or a thank you page, or it's going to give me an inline message. But if I do it here and I say get started today, what's going to happen is it's actually going to populate my calendar app. And of course, we could do different styling and not have the form in this color if that's something you don't like, and all sorts of padding. Like, don't get hung up on that. Just get the idea here that in the same page, you got your calendar app, and I could actually select a day. I could select a time, and if I have this set, now for this one, I didn't refresh the page. You're going to see it's still asking those questions. But if I have that set and saved for that meeting link, what it'll do is it'll just actually auto submit. So let me go ahead and refresh the page here. I'm going to go ahead and try this again where we've got that meeting in there. We're going to go ahead and make sure we've got that flip switched. It's saved. Yep. So pre-populate fields with known values, auto submit. Here's the other thing. I've got these additional questions in here. So here's one thing to note. I'm asking first name, last name, email. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and trash these for a second. I'll come back over here and I will refresh my page. And because I'm asking first name, last name, email address, now watch how magical this is. If I simply say get started today, I'm going to get my calendar. I'm going to be able to pick a time. Yep, I absolutely agree to that. And I hit confirm. And then we get the booking is confirmed. Now, what's fun about this, you could leave this as your message, or you could also go back into meetings and you could say that you want the confirmation to redirect to another page. So think about that process. Like, instead of just saying, hey, in my form, when they fill it out, I want them to be directed to an actual landing page or inline message. Now you can think of the process as they come to a page, they fill out a form, they have the opportunity to then go from the form right into booking that time frame, which then after booking that time frame, it could auto route to another page. And by the way, how cool would it be if it was like working with your team, or if it's an individual rep that this whole system is around, it's about that rep. The possibilities are endless. But at the end of the day, your forms and your HubSpot meetings have the ability to have a power-packed punch in your process as you move forward.
All right, you know what to do. Go set up your round robin meeting, go set up your form, set up your page, set up your process, and streamline. That's right. Have a conversion, have a scheduling, all in one area with a simple little trick of, well, putting a code where you might not have thought that you should put it. Also, as you move on in your day, make sure you go check out sprockettalk.com for other additional HubSpot resources. Make sure you give this video a like, a thumbs up. Come on, it's not that difficult. Hit the subscribe, the bell for instant notifications. And as you continue on to do the rest of your HubSpotting adventures, make sure you're focused on being a happy, helpful, humble human. And of course, make sure you're doing some happy HubSpotting along the way.